Hi, welcome back to our biology class. Are you ready to attend class? Okay. Till now we learned plant tissues. Today we have to discuss on animal tissues. There are tissues in animal body also. You know, in animal's body, in human being's body, there are different life processes. For example, respiration, breathing. When we breathe, our chest cavity moves up and down. This is by the contraction and relaxation of muscles. When we inhale oxygen, that oxygen reaches in our lungs. And from lungs, it is carried to different body organs through blood. Blood is a type of tissue. Muscles are another type of tissue. Like that, there are different types of tissues in our body. So today we have to discuss on animal tissues. The different types of tissues present in animals' body. Based on their functions, there are different types of tissues. Epithelial tissue, muscular tissue, nervous tissue, connective tissue. These are some different types of tissues present in animal's body. We have to study about each one. Today we will study on epithelial tissue. Epithelial tissue. It's a protective tissue or covering tissue. Epithelial tissue is a protective tissue or covering tissue. It covers most organs and cavities. Epithelial tissue covers most organs and cavities. And also it forms as a barrier to keep different body systems separate. Barrier means one separation between different organs. So epithelial tissue forms as a barrier to keep different body systems separate. And this epithelial tissue we can see in different parts of our body, like in the skin, in the lining of mouth, in the lining of esophagus, in intestine, in kidney tubules. In different parts of our body we can see epithelial tissue. Can you say the nature of this epithelial tissue? The epithelial tissue cells are tightly packed and also forms as a continuous sheet without any intercellular space. No intercellular space. It forms as a continuous layer. And also various epithelium plays an important role in regulating the exchange of materials. If any material gets in our body or moves out from our body, it has to pass at least one layer of epithelial tissue. So, there are different types of epithelia based on the place where they are located, and based on the functions there are different types of epithelia. If the epithelial tissue is flat and thin, we can call it as squamous epithelium. It means simple squamous epithelium. The cells will be flat and thin or delicate cells. Then it will be called as squamous epithelium. Squamous epithelium, simple squamous epithelium. So, what is simple squamous epithelium? The epithelial tissue which consists of flat, delicate or thin cells are called simple squamous epithelium. Where can we see the simple squamous epithelium? We can see in lung alveoli, in blood vessels lining, in esophagus, in mouth, etc. We can see simple squamous epithelium. In lung alveoli, their exchange of materials, the transportation has to take place. In blood vessels, the transportation has to take place. In esophagus, mouth, there everywhere the movement of materials have to take place. So, the cells will be thin cells or delicate cells. So, such type of epithelium will be called as simple squamous epithelium. Then sometimes the epithelial cells will be thick or there will be many layers. We can find many layers in the epithelial tissue. Then it will be named as stratified squamous epithelium. Stratified squamous epithelium. Stratified means formed in layers. We can find many layers. Stratified squamous epithelium. For example, in the skin, we can see stratified squamous epithelium. You know the function of skin is protection, protecting the internal organs. So in order to protect the internal organs, the skin is thick. So to get that appearance, which consists of many layers of epithelial cells, then it will be called as stratified squamous epithelial cells. So the first one is simple squamous. Simple squamous, only one layer of cells, whereas delicate cells, only one layer delicate cells or thin cells. The second one is stratified squamous epithelium. Layers of cells, we can see stratified squamous epithelium. Then sometimes the epithelial cells will be in the shape of a pillar or in the shape of a column, or we can say elongated cells, rectangular cells. Then it will be named as columnar epithelium. Columnar epithelium. If the epithelial cells are in the shape of pillar, it will be named as columnar epithelial cells. In intestine, we can see this type of epithelial cells. In intestine, absorption and secretion of some substances takes place. Absorption and secretion of substances take place in intestine. So the epithelial cells in intestine will be columnar epithelial cells or pillar-like epithelial cells to increase the surface area. And in some parts of our body, for example, in the respiratory tract, then in esophagus, there are columnar epithelial cells, but these columnar epithelial cells will have cilia on its outer surface. Cilia means some hair-like projections. Small hair-like projections are called cilia. If the columnar epithelial cells consist of hair-like structures or cilia, then it will be named as ciliated columnar epithelial cells. Ciliated columnar epithelial cells in respiratory tract to separate substances. And also in the esophagus to send food materials from mouth to stomach, there will be cilia on its inner surface. So the epithelial cells are ciliated columnar epithelial cells. Okay. In some parts of our body, for example, in kidney tubules, then in the ducts of salivary glands, the epithelial cells will be like the shape of a cube-shaped epithelial cells. It will be named as cuboidal epithelial cells. Cuboidal epithelial cells. If the epithelial cells are in the shape of a cube, it will be named as cuboidal epithelial cells. Cuboidal epithelial cells we can see in the ducts of salivary glands, in kidney tubules, etc. And they give mechanical support. Cuboidal epithelial cells give mechanical support. In our body, glands are present. Glands. These glands will be producing some secretion. For example, salivary glands in mouth, intestinal glands, sweat glands. There are different types of glands in our body. And these glands produce some secretions. In these glands, we can see some type of epithelium named glandular epithelium. Glandular epithelium. The epithelial cells which are present in glands will be called as glandular epithelium. So, in our body, there are different types of epithelial cells based on their shape and also function. Based on shape and function, there are different types of epithelial tissue. If we recollect, the first one is squamous epithelium. Squamous epithelium. And squamous epithelium, two types. Simple and stratified squamous. Simple squamous means only one layer of delicate cells. Stratified squamous means layers of cells. Another one type, columnar epithelium. Columnar epithelium means the cells are in the shape of pillar. Columnar epithelium. Third one is ciliated columnar epithelium. Ciliated columnar epithelium. The columnar epithelium which consists of cilia. Next one, cuboidal epithelium. Cuboidal epithelium, the epithelial tissue which are in the shape of cube. Glandular epithelial tissue, the epithelial tissue which are present in our glands. So, human body, animal's body consists of epithelial tissue. The epithelial tissue is covering or protecting our body. So, it is a covering tissue or protective tissue. It covers most organs and cavities, and also it forms as a barrier. Is it? We can see epithelial tissue in different parts of our body like skin, lining of mouth, lining of esophagus, kidney tubules. Based on shape and functions, they are of different types. Okay.